What's up, everybody? This is Eric the Tech Preacher. So welcome to another episode of me reacting to my own videos. So on this episode, I'm going to react to a video that came out in 2018. And it was a controversial video. And it was titled, Don't Buy Blackberry Key 2. Don't buy the Blackberry Key 2. And I was giving you my experience of the Blackberry KeyOne. But at the time, I didn't have the Blackberry Key 2, but I was kind of giving you guys my frustration about the Blackberry KeyOne. And after time, I actually love the Blackberry KeyOne. I mean, I actually love it. But in this episode, I'm going to react to the video. I haven't saw it in a while. I'm going to react to the video and talk about some of the things in the video, my thought process. So let's have some fun. Sit back and relax and get your popcorn ready and follow me on this journey. Let's go. What's up, guys? This is Eric back with another video. So listen, this video is a little controversial. Me and Wineback Now kind of had a debate about this video. But let's get into it. Let's get into it and let's have some fun. Now, this entire video was filmed on the Galaxy Note 9. So I was, you know, a Samsung fanboy back then and stuff like that. So let's talk about it. Oh yeah, look at that. So all the B-roll was done on the Galaxy Note 9. So this is really, really nice. Just so you know. Oh, look at that. I mean, it's a beautiful phone, man. I mean, absolutely. What's up, everybody?
Gorgeous. This your boy, Eric from eazycomputersolution. So welcome to another episode of No Fluff, No Passes. Well, I put a device on the chopping block and see if it's worthy of your purchase of 2018. Look, I'm a business guy. I use the Blackberry KeyOne, right? A lot for business. This is a device.
So look, check this out, right? Shout out to my mama, man. I actually filmed this entire video in her kitchen. The acoustics wasn't that great. I mean, I had a lot of echo and the audio wasn't that great, but I filmed this entire video in the kitchen. I had my Galaxy Note 9 sitting on the tripod pointing towards me. And I did some in and outs in this video, but this is pretty funny that I shot this entire video in the kitchen.
That I've been using off and on for the past year. And so today, guys, I'm putting this device on the No Fluff, No Passes episode. And the reason why is because we got the Blackberry KeyOne has been unveiled. And so a lot of people will be looking at the KeyOne as a device.
So I say KeyOne, but I was meaning Key 2. That's why I put up the lower third at the top. Again, I did this entire video with no teleprompters, no nothing. It was just coming straight from, you know, me just reviewing the devices off the dome, right? But look at me, I'm clean cut, man. I don't shaved and everything. I'm not, you know, it's pretty cool, man. I don't know. I feel like it look like a young man.
Just because of the cost.
I look like a young man,
right? So let me give you my thoughts about the Blackberry KeyOne. And should you buy this device in 2018?
Yes.
So sit back and relax and get your popcorn ready and follow me on this journey. Let's go.
So I edited this entire video in Camtasia. Back then, I started using Camtasia before I jumped on Adobe Premiere. So this video was shot on Camtasia.
What's up, guys? This is Eric again with another video. So I got the KeyOne here, and let me give you my thoughts about this device. First of all, let's go ahead and talk about the specs. So the KeyOne has a 4.5-inch 1080p display. We got the Snapdragon 625 processor with 3 or 4 gigs of RAM. We got 32 gigs of internal storage complemented by SD card support. We got a 12 megapixel camera in the rear.
And so one of the reasons why I was so upset with this device, it wasn't because of the 625 processor, because the 625 processor was great. I think that what BlackBerry targeted this device towards business users and stuff like that. 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage was not there. You have to remember, this was the era, right, where you had OnePlus that was giving you 6 gigs of RAM at the time. I believe it was about 6 gigs of RAM. And then you had, you know, some of your Galaxy devices. The Galaxy Note 9 had 4 gigs of RAM. So you had 64 gigs of storage. So, you know, with this device having 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage with a slower processor, you had those those issues, and this is one of the reasons why I complain so much about this device.
8-megapixel camera on the front. We got USB Type-C along with a headphone jack on this device. So we hear the specs of the Blackberry KeyOne, right? Yes, these are mid-tier specs, especially in 2018, right? When you got a lot of devices that has a whole lot more power than this device, but there it is. So let's talk about the design of the Blackberry KeyOne.
I love the transition,
yes, this
man.
device is elegant,
is nice.
Very beautiful, business-like, right? As a business guy, when you pull this phone out, yes, it's meant for business.
It's really
You got
beautiful.
the keyboard here at the bottom. You got that nice black rubbery texture at the back, right? Yes, this definitely a device that you can roll without a case. You do
Absolutely
have
beautiful.
elegance and nostalgia with this device.
Absolutely
that screams
beautiful.
Blackberry. As a business owner, you know, when you pull this device out, it looks good, it feels good, right? But overall, the design of the device is very classy.
Listen, man, I just want to say this, man, that I did change a lot, you know, from way back in 2018 to now. And one of the things that I did change is audio, obviously, right, with the studio and stuff like that. Another thing that I changed is that I have to admire myself for flowing in this video, right, without a teleprompter and without, I mean, just going off the top of my dome. Now, I did a lot of editing. I edited a lot of stuff out. I did a lot of takes. But it just feels good when I'm watching my older videos and looking at how I was back then.
Very business-like. So that's a good thing when you're talking.
And you know, so funny is, you know, back a lot of people criticize content creators for nails, right? And I got nails in this video. I'm shocked that a lot of people didn't comment too much about my nails, but a lot of people do get upset about nails in videos.
About the Blackberry KeyOne. So let's talk about the performance of the Blackberry KeyOne, and that may be a deal breaker to some people. Listen, I love the 600 series processors, but not in this phone. As a business owner, when you're doing heavy multitasking, copy and pasting from one app.
Listen, man, I'm just gonna keep it real with you, man. That I absolutely love, and I still got that shirt, by the way. I kind of gained weight, you know, but looking at this part of the video, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was so serious back then in 2018. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was, you know, I don't know if I was having fun back then. I mean, think about it. I was trying to do different things. I could have done all this in green screen, but I was just so serious.
To the next app, going through my Excel spreadsheets, going through heavy email with about 6 email clients.
Oh,
I had to actually
this part of the video, I was demonstrating how bad the performance was of the KeyOne. And it was like real life, me stuttering, hiccups, slowing down and stuff like that.
The Blackberry hub on this device. The performance on this device is very bad. A lot of people might leave comments, yes, my phone runs smooth as butter. As a business owner, I use the device for heavy use, multitasking from one app to the next, definitely typing the email, going through some heavy lifting, especially if you got heavy attachments. Yeah. This phone gets bogged down very bad. I believe that the Blackberry KeyOne is made for business owners, right? It's made for the business environment. Well, if it's made for the business environment, then it has to have the power to run business stuff, right?
And this is what me and Weinbeck now differ at, right? He believed that it was powerful enough. He believed that it had enough power to run multiple apps and to run different things. I beg to differ. I was using the device and I was totally frustrated with multiple email accounts, going from attachments, typing up documents and stuff like that, going from one thing to the next. It was frustrating using this device as it's intended to be with 3 gigs of RAM. So that one of the things that I was so frustrated about with this device. Listen, if it was running BlackBerry, I'm fine with that. But it was running Android, and you need a lot more power to run Android, especially 3 gigs of RAM. This wouldn't.
A lot of people might say, well, my phone runs smooth. Yes, if you're running a single application on this device. But if you're doing some heavy lifting, some heavy multitasking, typing some email, taking Word and going from Word to email, then from email to attachments, then to all kinds of different things using VPN services, this device just can't handle it. Now we have Android P betas out right now. And this phone is running Android 7.1.1, unacceptable in 2018. I mean, right now, Android 8 has been out. and this device has not received the new iteration of Android. Yes, I have security patches, but at the end of the day, I think this device needs some TLC, needs some bug fixes, needs some ways where you can make this device run a lot smoother.
This is actually, to me, I felt that this was the downfall of BlackBerry. I think that BlackBerry was going through a downfall right then, and I was frustrated, man. It frustrated me to use a KeyOne. And listen, I'm a little different now than I was back then, but I didn't hold no punches.
So I think BlackBerry or TCL, instead of going with the lower end processors for us business clients, they need to think about a higher end processor and maybe putting a higher end battery life. Now, a lot of people might say, well, the reason why they went with the 600 series processors is because of battery life. Listen, to me, I'd rather sacrifice a little battery for power.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people will sacrifice the little battery life for power. So let's talk about the cameras on the BlackBerry KeyOne.
Oh, yeah, it was bad.
This device has a 12 megapixel camera on the rear, 8 megapixel camera on the front.
Bad.
Now, in perfect daylight, perfect lighting, this device gets very good still footage, also very good video footage. But at night, that's when it falls apart. Let me show you some examples of what I'm talking about with the BlackBerry KeyOne camera.
Oh, look at that music. Oh, come on. Yeah. What? Come on. What? This camera is trash. It wasn't that bad. What? This camera is trash. Listen, the camera was not what BlackBerry was good at. And it was.
This is the front-facing camera of the BlackBerry KeyOne.
Oh, look how young I look. God damn, I done got old. Shit.
Right here. As you can see, the sun kind of transitioned.
It wasn't that bad.
So there it is. Kind of turn around a little bit and let y'all guys see the front cameras of the BlackBerry KeyOne.
Well, I just got a haircut.
All right, guys, so this is nighttime footage here with the BlackBerry KeyOne.
The focus hunting was bad.
30 frames per second. So let's go down and check it out. This is nighttime footage here. It's very cold out, about 3
look at my daughter
in the
car.
morning. And
She had an Audi.
The BlackBerry KeyOne is kind of hunting for focus in there at 1080p.
Listen, man, the BlackBerry was not for cameras. I mean, we knew this, right? I mean, but I'm gonna tell you something. I felt that, BlackBerries, if you're gonna have a device that's gonna be an all-around device, business device, I think where BlackBerry dropped the ball at, right, was that they felt that it wasn't about the cameras. But why not? Right? As a business user, we use cameras too, right? It wasn't like we didn't use no cameras. But the cameras, it was absolutely horrible on this device.
As you can see, in the daytime, perfect lighting, the cameras work superbly, right? But at night, it falls apart. So let's talk about the keyboard on a BlackBerry KeyOne. Listen, no fluff, no passes.
It's excellent.
I'm gonna just be real with you here.
Oh, I'm gonna complain about
it.
If you're
coming from a virtual keyboard,
I'm gonna complain about
it. To this keyboard, it's like night and day, which is maybe a good thing or a bad thing. Look, I like the keyboard, but it's a love-hate child for this keyboard. Listen, I'm going to be real with you on this.
I got all these phones
if you
that don't
already
have
typing on a virtual keyboard, and you're a fast typist on a virtual keyboard, you would not like this keyboard. A lot of people may not like what I'm saying here. This keyboard has 3 rows of letters. And as you type in, and if you want to go to numbers, you have to long press on Alt to get to numbers. Listen, to me, sometimes that may be a no-go, especially if you're a fast typist. Especially when you want to type out something really fast and you want to go from letters to numbers. Yes, you could put an on-screen keyboard on here.
But what's the point?
But what's the purpose of using a tactile keyboard where you have to actually put an on-screen keyboard to type numbers and different types of characters? One of the biggest issues that I have with this device, right, is that when you type in, right, and all of a sudden you need to get to numbers, you have to long press on something just to go to the numbers. If you want to do capitalization, you have to long press on the up button just to get to the capitalization.
I know, easy.
To me, it bogs down the whole experience.
I know, easy, but that's the BlackBerry experience, easy. See, look, man, obviously, I don't know the history of BlackBerry too much. If you look at the BlackBerry experience, this is nothing new here, right? Most Blackberry devices, some of them didn't have 4 rows. And the KeyOne and the KeyOne did not have it. Now listen, but when I complained about not having a number row, I do understand. Like and nowadays, most of the emails and things that you type in, you do have to get to numbers, but it's not that bad to click. If you're a fast typist on this keyboard, it's not that bad to click a button and get to the numbers. I understand it's inconvenience because with the newer with the virtual keys, you could get a number row and stuff like that. I'm right at the conclusion of this video, and I want to just mention, right, that this video was I was just frustrated, right? It wasn't because of the KeyOne. It wasn't because I was going through anything at that time. It's just that, I had different expectations for this device, and it just didn't live up to it. And so my reaction to this video is that at the time when I made this video, it was exactly what I felt at the time dealing with Blackberry. Now, as time moved on, I actually like Blackberry. I actually like the KeyOne and the KeyOne. I got the KeyOne LE. I got the Blackberry KeyOne. And I actually use Unihertz devices. I use the Titan Slim, the Titan Pocket, and the Titan, the big boy. And the typing experience has been very good on it. Now, these devices also have lower end processors. But over time, I've kind of learned a little bit on how to deal with it, right? I just learned how to deal with it, and that's it. All right, if y'all guys like these reaction videos of me reacting to my older videos, and I do my videos, right? Leave your comments down below. Let me know if you had the Blackberry KeyOne or the KeyOne. Let me know how you like the device down in the comments below. This is Eric the Tech Preacher. Leave your comments. Let's have some fun in the comments. See you guys on the next video. Peace, baby. Peace.